What the hell is up, you fucking cunts? I am currently recording episode 44 of Resident Bummer. I'm so glad the Fulcrum is back. Everyone give him a warm welcome back. I'll wait. Just kidding. This is the 45th episode ever released. Cannot forget that episode 0 exists, and we are steadily approaching the new year continuously. November is about to be over, so that's cool. Health check. I don't know, like a 7 out of 10. I just popped a pimple on my back prior to starting this recording, so that's kind of like freshly annoying to touch. It's still kind of sore. Pretty gross as well. Clothing check. I'm currently just in my underwear right now. Sexy, I know. Motivation check. Like, I don't know, like a 6. I kind of don't want to be here again. So I'm just gonna start reading my journal now. On Friday, November 21st, the first entry is set 44, day 1, 5:15 p.m. I wake up, I shit, I shower, I brush, and I sit in bed while scrolling on my phone until I change. I dress and drive into work, say hi to Anna and Richard, and then I get to working. Eventually Pierce shows up and clocks in. He starts working with me, and then Rich clocks out and leaves. We all have come to a common understanding that Anna is an insane coworker, which is nice that everybody is on the same page about that. Later in the day, I hop onto my break and I decide to update my journal while I'm on break. Eventually, I head home, then I greet my uncle and his son. They're staying over at our house for the night, my parents' house. We order pizza and I drink half of a beer that my uncle grabbed for me. Then my tummy just starts hurting out of nowhere for some reason. It doesn't feel good at all, so I hop into the shower just as the pizza arrives and start throwing up. I don't know what happened. It was just bad tummy moment. Then I head back upstairs and eat 1 slice of pizza. Still pretty hungry after that, so I eat like 5 slices of the cookie pizza and eventually make my way back upstairs to my room. Penny says that she is ready to watch some Community soon afterwards. So, we watch the Greendale heist, the Pierce versus Shirley episode, and the first episode of season 4, where Abed goes to his happy place. After that, Penny heads to bed, and I play some Assassin's Creed 3 before going to bed myself. Set 44, day 2, 6:55 p.m. I wake up, I shit, I shower, I brush, and I turn on my Xbox to stream some Assassin's Creed 3. I don't really care for it all that much. It's okay, but I do think Assassin's Creed 2 is better. Revelations is probably a little bit, Brotherhood is probably a little bit better as well. It's definitely a fine game. I just personally can't get into it for whatever reason. And also my entire family believes that Carrie is hanging out with me today. That girl who ghosted me last week. That is not happening. I believe I'm done interacting with Carrie. They're all gone for the day. My family is all gone. And fuck around at home doing absolutely nothing at all. I was just sitting at home journaling this day. I was like, damn it, I wish I had something to do. Realistically, I do have things to do, but they're just not, like, interesting, or I have no motivation to do them. Also, I have pretty much nothing to eat at home, so I am hungry for a lot of the day. When my dad gets back home with my uncle, they interview me about my date that I had with Carrie. She was supposed to come over this Saturday and hang out with me, I guess, watch some movies. I really don't want to tell them that we are no longer interacting, so I just tell all of my family members that we had a fun time watching some movies. Then I try and get away from them soon afterwards so I don't have to answer any more questions about Carrie. Question mark for this entry. In my room, I stream more Assassin's Creed 3 for the rest of the night. Penny says no to watching Community, which is no problem. I don't really do much else until I head to bed for the night. I'm going to move on to Sunday, November 23. This is okay. Set 44, day 3. 3:30 p.m. I wake up, I shit, I shower, I brush, and I scroll on my phone until I wake up. Fully wake up, I should say. I'm super fucking tired for the day until I crawl out of bed and change for work. I drive in, I say hi to Richard and Bernard. I clock on, I get to work with Rich, and Bernard leaves soon after. 5:10 p.m. Also, while I'm at work, I realize I forgot to wish Jack a happy birthday last week, which earlier this year, I'm pretty sure on the podcast, I detailed how I made it a point to wish him a happy half birthday. And then, I don't know, man, I thought for certain I was going to remember his actual birthday, but I totally didn't. Like a week after his birthday, I was like, oh, I forgot to wish Jack a happy birthday, which is something I wanted to do this year, but oh well, I guess. You get 24 hours every year to do that, and I missed my window, so I don't know. I feel like an idiot. That was the last entry for Sunday, so I'm guessing eventually I could get home from work and keep playing some more Assassin's Creed. Maybe I watched some Community with Penny after work. I can't remember exactly. I feel like a bad friend, but I'm just going to move on. Set 44, day 4 and 5. Monday is the first day. I'm bad at journaling, so both of these days are in this one set of entries. Monday I wake up, I shit, I shower, I brush, and I do something before I change for work. I can't really remember what I did, but I did something, and then eventually I head into work. It probably sucked, and then I get home and start playing Assassin's Creed. I swap between Assassin's Creed 3 and Revelations. I didn't really have any interest in continuing 3, so I started up Revelations, and eventually Penny does let me know that she's down to watch some Community. The first episode we watch is Jeff's Thanksgiving, so I believe we must have watched some Sunday night, because that's a bit of an episode gap to go from Abed's Happy Place to Jeff's Thanksgiving. I'm certain there's a couple of episodes in between those two. But yeah, following that, we do the Chang Niche documentary, and finally we do Richie, the land whale, I think is what they refer to him, the very expensive student that is not going to pass any of his classes. Dean has to try and convince him to attend Greendale. Those are some good episodes. And I play some more Revelations until I go to bed at some point. Moving on to Tuesday at 10:30 p.m., I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and watch something, or maybe get on my phone until I head into work. I normally don't work Tuesdays, but this is a weird week with Thanksgiving in the way, so I head into work, say hi to Anna and Bernard, and then I get to work. Shortly after that, Ben shows up and clocks on. I get to work, but definitely can't ever enjoy it. I clock off, and it's a super short shift for the day. I head home and play some more Revelations. I should have messaged Penny for Community, but I don't know. I guess I was distracted by Assassin's Creed this night. Eventually I do head to bed after nothing incredibly interesting happens. So I'm going to move on to Wednesday. Set 44, day 6, 2:50 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and watch some regulation content before I change. This is specifically the best action movie ranking that they uploaded to their channel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the Regulation Podcast. I highly recommend you go listen to some of their stuff. Then I eventually change and drive into work. I clock in and say hi to Anna, Bernard, Rich. Before getting to work, eventually Bernard and Anna leave. Ben shows up soon after, and I take my break when he decides to arrive. Also, I don't know if it's worth mentioning, but I've got another match that I've been talking with. I planned a date for after my shift. We're going to be calling her Dorothy. Apparently, I'm supposed to hit the mall with her, or maybe I'm just going over straight to her place. She didn't make it clear until after I clocked off and finally got it settled. That was the last entry for that day, so I did head over to Dorothy's place, and we had some fun Wednesday night. That's all I'm gonna say. How about that? Set 44, day 7. At 8:15 p.m. I wake up, I fall asleep, and repeat that process a few times until I crawl out of bed. I get my clothes ready for hanging out at Grandma and Grandpa's place. Eventually I change into them and head downstairs, get into the car with my parents, and we take off. My dad mentions our phone plan that we recently switched from. He says that we're going to be swapping back to unlimited data. Yay, that's actually pretty cool. I arrive at my grandparents' house and I say hi to everyone. Start drinking soon afterwards. Alcohol, obviously. Hop into the bathroom at some point and smoke a little bit of the good stuff. Feeling good for the rest of the day. I hang out until food is served. Thanksgiving is quite awesome. I do love hanging out with the fam. I chill out the whole day and I start winding down towards the end. I realize that I do need to journal eventually, so I start doing that. 12:45 a.m. At one point, my nephew is awesome. He's hilarious. Some context to set this up. My cousin's husband is half black, and he was holding my nephew, and my nephew said something that, I do apologize for the language that I'm about to use, but it's my nephew said it, man. I'm just repeating his words. My nephew totally just straight up dropped he just said, he said nigger. He just said the word, like, straight up. And my nephew's only like 1.5, so he has no idea. He has no idea, like, what he's saying. Definitely just dropped a hard R, though, in the middle of the family gathering. I do immediately stare at my cousin's husband, because he is half black. He's like the only person with color on him in any way. I notice he looks up around at everyone until we both lock eyes, and nobody else seems to notice. And my cousin's husband just tells me, he looks at me, he's like, "You heard that shit too, huh?" That's pretty fucking funny. Eventually we do leave and get back home later that night. No throwing up for me. Safe day of drinking alcohol. Then when I get back home, I just watch some videos until I head to bed. I do decide to record the podcast when I wake up, which is what I'm doing right now. It's currently Friday morning, and I am recording the podcast, and I guess I can detail this small entry I have for set 45, day 1. A little bit of a sneak peek. 10:15 a.m. I wake up and I realize I still have to record the podcast. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. And that's it for my entries. So, I guess I'm gonna very smoothly transition into the outro now. I don't like doing outros. Until I feel the need, I won't do them. Even though I kind of do already do them. Whatever. Stop looking that far into it. This week's rating, like a 7.5. I don't know. The word count for this week's episode is 61,625 words journaled. I don't really know how to start looking up fun facts or, even shareable facts about these numbers, because it's just ChatGPT gives me the fucking lamest bullshit when I type in the number, and I'm like, tell me something about this number, and I don't know, it's this dumbest shit every time. So I guess the last thing's last. I do still have to ask you, am I really making a podcast, or am I just jerking off?